Good afternoon. So today is Monday, May 4th, 2020, and we got a gorgeous spring day here today. A little cool for me, but that's all right. And yesterday, I was talking with my daughter, Miss Newmeyer, who teaches preschool down in Indiana, and she was telling me that one of her parents gave her some dandelion cookies. So I thought, how fun would it be if we learned how to make dandelion cookies today? Because we've talked a little bit about flowers, we've talked about springtime. So one of the first things we have to do is go on a dandelion search. Now, when you hunt for dandelions in your yard, you have to make sure of one thing, that your yard has not been sprayed to kill the dandelions, because they are weeds, but they also can be our friends. They bring the honeybees and they pollinate, and they'll take that pollen and take it to the fruit trees, and then we'll get fruit from them. So you want to make sure that they haven't been sprayed. If they haven't been sprayed, you can use the dandelions. In fact, some people make salad out of the dandelion greens. I've never done anything like that, and this is a new recipe for me. So it'll be fun to try. So let's go on a dandelion hunt in my yard to see if we can find them. And I had to wait until the sun was shining for them to open up, because all morning I kept checking and they were closed. So I'm going to pause for a minute and we're going to find some dandelions. So now you can see some dandelions, and this isn't all of them. I have a lot. I'm going to try to scan my yard a little bit, just the side yard. And you can see I've got a few little dandelions here. So next I'm going to pick some dandelions for my cookies. So I picked my dandelions, and they're got a nice little bouquet of them. So now I'm going to rinse them under the water real quick, and then I'm going to pick the petals off, and they will go into my cookies. So here are my dandelions right in the bowl, and here's my half-cup measuring cup. I need a half-cup of petals, and you can see this is my cup, but it takes 2 of these to make a full cup. So what I'm going to do is pull the petals off of the flowers and just put them in the cup. So we will get a half-cup full of petals. So now remember, when you see that little dandelion, the little petals and the inside, when it dries out, that's what becomes the little puff balls and little seeds for it. But what we've done, we've plucked out the petals on the inside so that I have a loose half cup of petals in my half cup measuring cup. So now I'm going to take a half cup of butter, which is 1 stick, and I will put that in my mixer along with 2/3 cup of sugar. Then I will raise up the lever, and I will start beating it. And these are shortbread cookies. So shortbread cookies don't have any eggs in them. And next we're going to take a nice big heaping tablespoon of honey. And this is called wildflower honey. And so now I have to open it up, and honey is very sticky. Think of Winnie the Pooh with his honey. And I'm going to get a good heaping tablespoon of this. I'm going to put that in with the butter and the sugar. And we will mix that up again. And honey can be called nature's natural sugar. So now the sugar and the honey and the butter have been creamed together, and I'm going to put in about 1/4 cup, a teaspoon of salt. That's just a little bit. Oops, oops, oops. Sometimes that happens. Then I'll put in a teaspoon of vanilla. Okay, here's my little bit, not quite a teaspoon of vanilla. And then we'll start beating it together. And next will come the dandelion petals. Here we go. All to get in there. Like I said, this is the first time I've made this recipe, so this is a first for me. And I'm going to turn this off, and I'm going to scrape that bowl down. Okay, next comes 1 1/4 cups flour. So here's my 1 cup of flour. And here is my 1/4 cup of flour. And you let that all mix really, really good. And then our next job will be to roll it into a log and let the dough chill. And then once it's chilled, we're going to cut it into slices. So let's hope this works out. So this dough is pretty crumbly, but what you're going to want to do is get some wax paper and roll it into a log. So it's kind of hard to do it because it is crumbly, but just try the best you can. You just want to kind of form it into a log. Because what I'm going to do in just a little bit, I'm going to stick it in the freezer, maybe about a half an hour. And then we're going to slice and cut them up and see what happens after they've baked. So I don't know if you can tell when I'm going to hold up this dough, and you can see little speckles in there, and those little speckles are the dandelion petals. So now what I'm going to do is we'll kind of just roll this up. And as I said, we're going to put this in the freezer for just a little and let it get nice and cold. And then after it's cold, we'll slice it up and see how they turn out. So now my dough log has chilled a little bit, and we're going to line a baking pan with parchment paper. And now I have to cut the dough, and you're going to cut it in about 1/4 inch slices. There's 1, 2, 3. As you look at it, this is before it's baked now. You can kind of see the little specks of the dandelions in there. So we'll come back in just a minute. So we'll put these in a 350-degree oven for, about 10 minutes or so. And this is just some fancy sugar that I have on top that we're going to bake with it. And we will see how they turn out. And the cookies are done. Let's see how they taste. Not too bad. So have fun, go pick some dandelions and make some cookies. Thank you.